Older politicians talk about the days when opposition and government people would get together, work out a plan, talk, have a drink, have a dinner, and sort things out. Now, it's totally partisanship all the time. Holly Doan knows all about politics. She's the publisher of Blacklocks in from Ottawa and joins me right now because I won't put the question to you. Why is politics now so divisive? It's partisan, but it's always been partisan. But people talk with each other. Now, it's like they want to shoot each other.
Well, social media has riled things up. I won't deny that. But I'm going to argue that there was always partisanship and divisiveness.
Yes. As much as today?
Well, see, I can tell you, there's a group of guys sitting in the pub having a pitcher in my hometown in Manitoba right now saying filthy things about the government, any government, only now they got a phone in their hand and they can say it on Twitter. I think, come on, you've been around a long time. Don't you remember? Don't you? Well, we could argue. Don't you remember 1981 when the interest rate the prime rate was 21% and inflation? Do you remember the reaction to Pierre Trudeau? Do you remember Brian Mulroney in 1988 with people swearing at him and being dragged off Parliament Hill? Students at York University throwing macaroni at him, calling him a traitor? We don't see that now. We just see it in the digital world. I'm going to tell you that people are very upset. Pandemic was really hard.
Yes.
When you're worried about your small business and grandma, you're upset. And people, that's the real divisiveness and partisanship and ugliness has taken off during pandemic. The whole country went crazy.
But do our leaders really fuel that now? Some would look at this, and I've read papers about this, they say, well, when Trudeau took and called the truckers a bunch of racists.
Right. I'll tell you something else. So just before the election of 2021, the Privy Council polled Canadians to find out, and the question was, what are you upset about? What do you not like about your neighbor? And the answer was, vaccinated. He's not vaccinated. The first announcement in that campaign was about vaccine mandates, after saying they would never do it, only 5 months before that. I think our leaders are not wholly, but partly responsible for capitalizing on things that upset Canadians and turning the screws for political advantage, because it works. I guess if you got a tight election coming, it might get you reelected.
And so if we have an election this fall, that could happen again.
I think so.
And I guess Mr. Trudeau is, he's the Prime Minister, and he's done it before. Even though he's saying now, woe is me, we don't want to have partisan politics.
He's done it repeatedly. In that psychographic survey they did, he did it with the remarks about the truckers, and will probably do it again. And I'm not saying that the other side won't do it either if they have a chance.
Well, as long as he doesn't say it about Holly Doan and Stephen LeDrew.
Or none of us.
We've got 3 minutes. Thank you very much, Holly.
You too.
Please stay tuned to keep informed about the latest policy issues. We all need to sharpen our game, because if we don't, we could end up with another Justin Trudeau government, and we don't want that. So please subscribe, tell your friends about the show, and if you can, PayPal, because that guy behind there, he wants to get paid. He does a very good job.